Hey everybody, time for a quick video. Doesn't matter if you've got a 1KD, a 1GD FTV. If you've got no turbo boost, might happen to you one day. If you've got no turbo boost on the 1GD, just lift this cover up, have a bit of a, oh, what do we got here? Oh, we got a moth. We've got a resident. Have a look at him. What's going on, mate? All right, we'll just shoo him off and give him a new home. He might get cooked in there. Well, he could be cooked already. Is he dead or alive? What do you reckon? Oh yeah, he's alive. All right, mate, go on, get your go. What do you reckon? A little bit of light compressed air, blow him away gently? Anyway, I gently picked him up and tossed him over there and he flew off somewhere. I think he's gone. He's probably under the cage. He's probably going to come back up soon. Anyway, if you've got no turbo boost, what you want to check first is, don't go straight to the turbo. Now, if you've got turbo noise, like you've had whining and that sort of thing, or you're getting different DTCs, diagnostic trouble codes, and you've got your scan gauge there and you've got turbo codes, then you could have a turbo problem. But if you've just got no boost, what happens quite often, see that little map filter there? And it's the same on the 1GD and the 1KD. It's the same, the grey one with the black, because there's a few different map filters. I've got a lot of map filters because, you know, injector kits, right? But that's the usual black one in case you want the part number to replace it. You can go buy one if you want, or you can just get it with your injector kit Monday mornings. Or if you've got a Hi-Ace or the early Hilux 05 halfway through 06, that's the little white one. And if you've got the 1KZ, they're like a red colour. So they're all different ones. 200 series, I think, is this one as well, if I remember. So a whole bunch of map filters that really need to be replaced periodically. But I haven't got a 150 here. So the 120, that map filter, you're going to find it. You can see the vacuum line. I'll just try and get this angle. See the vacuum line there? The map filter's just, I'm giving it a tickle right there. So I'll just sort of give you a bit of a look-see there, right? So what happens is, just quickly, quick video I said, I'm being quick, but there's so much info to share. So you hang around, you might get some bonuses. And if you subscribe and turn the bell on, you might get a whole heap more bonuses, because obviously I'm probably getting better at these videos. So as they come out, hopefully there's some better info, but you really need to peruse through the old ones because there's so much info there. I'm going to miss doing everything over again because everybody that's watched them, they don't need to hear it again. But what happens is, long story short, there's a sensor underneath here, right? So it's your, we call it the MAP sensor, manifold absolute pressure, a turbo sensor, whatever you want to call it. And that tells the ECU what's going on. There's a vacuum line, it's connected to the intake. That's how it works out what's going on. It's an electronic sensor that, you know, it's plugged in, but there's a vacuum line. And so that the oil and the EGR mess in these engines, well, in some of these engines, not these two, they're nice and clean. Anyway, you know, a lot of people's are nice and clean, but that oil and the soot and whatever can get to the sensor, which is further up here, that would mess with it. So point is, because there's a bit of oil in there, and that's okay, that's good, but it's a very small amount. And if people have worked on the car, it could cause that line there, that vacuum line, to slip off. All right, we're going to have a video on the EGR coolers on these two. Quite difficult to change, a few hours, and a couple of grand, and common problem on the 1GD. So stay tuned, yeah, subscribe to the bell so you don't miss that. But this map filter, right, now, it could happen in any of these vehicles, any diesel, right? Once, you know, mainly it's going to happen once people have worked on it and taken it off, maybe to clean it, they haven't put it back on, maybe when the engine, look, when it's all clean and it gets assembled at the start, it's all dry, so it just pushes on. There's no clamp, it doesn't need a clamp. But once you take it off and on and there's a bit of oil in the line, it can, and the rubber hose is stretched a little bit, that's okay, but I'm just making excuses, right? The rubber hose is stretched a little bit, there's a bit of oil there, maybe someone didn't push it on all the way properly, maybe there's a bigger exhaust aftermarket turbo, and weird things going on. I don't know, it always seems to be when there's these aftermarket weird, I just thought I'd throw that in the mix, because when it's no longer genuine, that's when these weird issues seem to start, you know, having a bit of a appearance. Now, you can see at the bottom there, so make sure it's pushed on at the bottom there properly. This one's a good example where we can see it. The 150 with the 1KD, you can see it clearly. It's out in plain sight, which is really good. But look, long story short, if you've got any of those issues with no boost and you see no codes, no noise from your turbo, this is going to be the #1 go-to. Check that vacuum line, check any other vacuum lines. Think who's worked on the car lately, what work got done last. It's probably going to be related to that. Give the line a good clean, give the filter a good wipe, give it a good push on, and you'll have your boost back and you'll be happy as, and you'll be glad you subscribed and turned the bell on. And every day, multiple times, I see people asking questions on our Facebook groups, right? We've got a whole community of our Facebook groups, Oz Prado Crew, Oz Hilux Crew, 4B4Ds on Facebook if you're anywhere in the world and not in Oz, right? Same as the YouTube channel, 4B4Ds, all right, easy. And a bunch of other groups, but they're the main ones. That's all you really need to worry about. But I see people on there asking questions, and it's just like, oh my goodness, this is one of the guys that doesn't watch the videos. Everybody that watches the videos is the ones that answers the question, right? I mean, wouldn't it be just so much less stressful to spend 10 minutes a day listening to this voice, giving you the free information, doing my best to put, I think I've almost put myself out of business, teaching people how to maintain their own vehicles, and we choose the ones we use and trust ourselves to maintain for you because we can't do everything. And I'm teaching you everything about those. That leaves us nothing to bloody do. So if you've got any injector replacement jobs, just let me know. We might be able to book that in for you and get it done. Any engine replacement jobs, look, don't get me wrong, there's always jobs to do. We're not chasing work, that sort of thing. Just putting it out there the way it is though. And yeah, these things, there's nothing wrong with them. Genuine is best. But when they're about 10 years old, they crack and deteriorate, and you'll get those bits of oil leaking out. But what happens before then, especially if you've got a standard EGR intake system, you know, with all the soot, it blocks up that little MAP filter because that EGR exhausts gas recirculation. Right now, your EGR is going to be dirtier as your engine injectors get older, both in the 1KD and this 1GD, because when the injectors are older, it doesn't run as clean, then you get more soot that's meant to be going out your exhaust, but it comes through the pipe. EGR system, long story short, blocks up your MAP filter, doesn't give you the right reading, bada bing, bada boom, change the filter every 5 years, clean up your intake, maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. I've talked too much. I said short video. I'm hungry. I'm going to have some breakfast. Catch you in the next video. See ya.